get the whole story.
Good evening and thank you once again for joining us on your favorite the Scoreboard. It's Thursday. 1 week is already gone and we're back here again. Time flies, we're in good company. And we're here again to talk about what has been going on around the world of sports. And believe me, this week again, there was so much that was happening that we want to take you into. So we'll start you off with a little bit of what happened at the Diamond League. That's when we start. That's where we start off from. The final was held over the weekend, and I can tell you, there was fireworks there. There were world leads, area records, world championship records, you know, all falling, personal bests. And Kenyans were also involved in this as well. We'll tell you a little bit of what happened there. But later on in the week, the news came in that the Kenya Sevens team, popularly known as Shujaa, won the tournament. They had gone to in Zimbabwe, the Africa Championships, and will represent Africa and Kenya at the Paris Olympics in 2024. Now, we've spoken to the chairman here before about the route they're going to take to get there, and he said, yes, we have to go there and then go to the Africa Championships, and then we might also have to go through a Challenger Series before we get back into the World Sevens. We're just happy to report that, yes, the first stage is already done and they're going to the Olympics. Congratulations to Shujaa. We'll talk about that as well in one while. And plus, we'll talk about some football, the KPL results, and a little bit of the Champions League as well in today's show. I am Bernardo Tieno. Thank you very much for having joined us. And as usual, we want to make you part of the show as well. And that means that you can tweet us and tell us what you think. The question this time around is very interesting. Between Faith Kipyegon and the Shujaa team, who's your favorite for this week? Between Faith Kipyegon and the Shujaa team. Who's your favorite this week? Listen, it's a difficult one, but yes, you've got to have a favorite out of the two. Twitters, I am at Bernard_Sports, at KChege_Sports, and at Wilfred Bungay. That's where our Twitter handles are at. Let me introduce you to the team one more time. And Ken Chege is here, the cool kid. Ken, how are you?
Good, Bernard. How are you?
Good, thank you. What worked for you this week?
Yeah, this week what worked for me came from Eugene, Oregon. The world under 20 mile record was broken by a Kenyan.
Okay.
Reynolds Chariot.
Was that at the Diamond League?
Yes, at the Diamond
League. Okay, not Eugene. But
sorry, yes, at
yes. Not in Oregon, but in Eugene.
In Eugene, sorry.
In another field altogether, yes. Okay, so that worked for you.
That worked for me tremendously.
Excellent.
What didn't work for me is that Faith Kipyegon's 5,000 meters record only lasted all of 3 months.
No, that worked for somebody.
all of 3 months.
That worked for somebody in Ethiopia.
I know it did.
Excellent. Wilfred Bingay, good to see you back. There were stories about what happened on the road, probably about that, but we are happy that you are here and you're alive, and you live to tell the story.
Absolutely, and I'm happy, Bernard. Honestly speaking, I know I got one scary, incident, but anyway, as you have just put it, I'm happy I'm back, so that we can continue with the work, at least informing Kenyans what's happening.
Great. So what worked for you?
Yeah, I think same thing with, with Ken. For me, it worked, especially the Oregon. Actually, it is Oregon.
Oregon,
it's Oregon, Eugene. I mean, that is where it was going on. And Aman Duplantis, the Swedish ball faulter, he was able to break a world record. And I like when you put Bernard that, in Eugene, Oregon, there were so many first times, and that includes Aman Duplantis, who was able to break a world record for the 7th time.
Yeah, his own world record.
Yeah, his own world record that he broke in February. So actually that one worked. Something that didn't work, Mary Moraa expected, because if you look at the finals of the Diamond League, most of the guys who were there, who won the World Championships, were there. I expected Mary Moraa, but of course, it happens sometimes. You go to a race and then
she came in the 4th position. Yeah. Great. So you've heard it from the experts on what worked for them. What worked for me was an ever after story at the airport when they arrived after all this for Mary Moraa. She came in with disappointment, knowing that she didn't get the first position, the second, the third, but she got a very important position.
Yes.
Because there was this man who was waiting for her with flowers and a big ring. I understand it cost over 200,000 Kenyan shillings, waiting for her there to pop the question, will you marry me? It was in a little placard like this. And guess what she said?
Yes.
Congratulations to Mary Mora. So she is engaged officially. She's off the market. And that is what I took. And of course, Wilfred Yavi Mutile taking the 3,000 meter steeplechase. That was quite a feat for all the races that she has gone through. She's Kenyan. She's beat all the Kenyans to it as well, although she's running for Bahrain. What didn't work? Well, the other thing that worked for me, Rugby Sevens got 3 million Kenya shillings from the government for what they did in Zimbabwe for qualifying for the Olympics. What didn't work for me? Now Kenya has dropped to 109 in the FIFA rankings, especially after the defeat to South Sudan from 105, losing to South Sudan, which was ranked 167. That wasn't a very good thing for me, but it happens in the world of sports. So let's jump deep into it and go into our first story. The Diamond League, the finals was held in Eugene, okay, in the United States of America. And Faith Kipyegon powered her way into the 1,500 meters win, but then there were very many other